In this video, you will be shown how to create a graphical map to show how the location of the world's largest cities has changed over time. Before you begin, you will need the right equipment, so make sure that you've got a ruler, a blue, a red and green felt tip pen or coloured pencil, and the world map from your teacher. The first data that you're going to plot is from 1950, and the 1950 lines are going to be drawn in blue pen. Note that the scale is 1 millimetre is equal to 1 million people. So, for example, if I go to New York, first of all, there I can see a blue vertical line, and that line is roughly 12 millimetres long because the population for New York in 1950 was 12.3 millimetres. Now, note how I've drawn it above the dot, and it's slightly to the left here because I know that New York appears more than once. So for that reason, I'm going to have to draw perhaps 2 or 3 lines above New York, which is why I've positioned it slightly to the left. For a city like London, which only appears once on the list, I've just plotted it directly above the dot for London. So, for example, New York's population is 12.3 million, making it the largest city in the world at this time. That line there is about 12 millimetres long. And then, for example, if I go to Moscow, Moscow's population in 1950 was 5.4 million, so it's just over 5 millimetres long. After I've plotted all the 1950 data, I'm then ready to plot the data for the year 2000. And this time I'm going to plot that data in red. The important thing here is to start at the same point for cities that have already appeared once. So, for example, if we again look at New York, you can see my blue and my red lines start at roughly the same point. That allows me straight away to make a comparison between the 2000 and 1950 data, and it's clear that New York has increased in size. Interestingly, if you look at Tokyo, there's a huge difference there in the population size between 1950 and 2000, and because they start at the same point, I can see that pattern very easily. The final data I need to plot is for the year 2015. And some cities appear for the first time. So, for example, Lagos in Nigeria is yet to appear, but it's there for the first time. And likewise, some cities don't have a green line. So, for example, Shanghai is no longer in the top 10 largest cities in the world. New York continues to grow, as does Tokyo and several other cities that appeared on the 2000 data. The final thing to do is to include a key so that I know what the colours mean. So I've simply just drawn a blue, red and green line and written the appropriate year alongside. And then also I need to include the scale. So the scale there is 1 millimetre is equal to 1 million people. And the final thing is to put a title. So geography is all about changes over time and space, and that's exactly what this map is showing. So I've got the simple title of a world map to show the size and location of the world's largest cities by population. And then you are done.